At this time of Advent, we are aware of preparing to recall, to remember and to celebrate the coming of Jesus Christ as a human person into our midst, that the Word was made flesh and lived among us. This is Mission Alive, coming from MSC Mission Office, and I'm Roger, and I'm happy to have you with us. Advent, the coming of Christ. Well, Christ came 2,000 years ago, and we remember and recall it. But what is more important for us at this time is perhaps to become more aware of how day by day Christ can come to us and does come to us. But to do that, we have to be aware. We have to look for it. We have to reflect on it. The other day, I went to our novitiate up the country at Douglas Park to the profession of two of our young men, and it was a really nice day. They're two fine young men. They've had a good novitiate. They were very, very happy to take their vows, and they had family with them, so it was a really joyous occasion. More so for me in that a number of MSCs came from different communities, and we gathered there as a family of MSC priests and brothers. And it was really, really nice just to catch up with people, to yarn and to tell stories and to maybe do a bit of business of what we were proposing to do and what we would like to do. But it was a really good occasion, and I thought afterwards, that's where I was meeting Christ on that day. Christ was there amongst us because it was all about Christ. It's all about following Christ. It was a joyful day. So we can meet Jesus in many different places. And again, recently, I had a meal with a group of people. It was a couple that I met through the work of the mission office and another friend of theirs. And we had a really lovely evening. We discussed many things. We talked about their work as engineering and water project managers and international experience, different cultures. We talked about meditation, we talked about faith, we talked about church, we talked about many things. And as I drove home in the evening and later and the day afterwards, I reflected and thought, yes, again, that was where Christ was coming to me. That's where I met Christ. And in that conversation that evening, good people, faithful people, they were seeking the truth, they were seeking God, they were seeking to do good in the world, and Christ is in all of that. So it was not to wonder that, I felt that within that was a meeting with Christ. And also recently, I had a phone call from a friend whom I've known for quite a few years, and when I was in Papua New Guinea, there was a sister working with me, and she was coming down to Australia for a meeting in Brisbane. And being a Papua New Guinean, she had relatives and friends in many places. So we often joke that a 1-week meeting became a 6-week tour of the east coast of Australia. And this friend of mine, he met her in Brisbane and drove her all the way here to Sydney over a few days and showed her many things around Sydney and Australia. And she saw many things and learned many things, and it was a great experience for her. So I thought that was a way too, in our conversation that we had, that remembering this sister, and she died earlier this year, and that experience, and she was delighted with many things that she hadn't seen before. She had this wonderful open attitude towards things, and was delighted in her new experiences. And the other thing I remember with her, she had this incredible sense of humour. When something would happen and would tweak her humour, she would just laugh and laugh and laugh and laugh uncontrollably. until you had to laugh with her. And that was a meeting with Christ, that lovely aspect of life. So there's many ways in which we can encounter Jesus, if we are aware of it, if we are open to it. And if we maybe start off at the beginning of the day and say, where will I meet him today? On what occasion will I meet him? Through what people will I meet him? And then at the end of the day reflect, where did he come to me today? And with that sort of attitude, when we recall and remember at Christmas, the coming of Christ in Bethlehem, it will be more meaningful. And in this way we get to know Christ and we're open to Christ, and this is the basis of our mission. Thank you for being with us, and I hope you still have a great preparation during Advent.